Hi guys. Oh my goodness, do I have a story for you today. It's about dog poop. I'm not quite ready to tell it yet, but before we get off this broadcast today, you are going to hear about something really gross and unexpected that happened to me this morning. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Danielle Watson. This is the Danielle Daily. This is your dose of positivity to get you through your day and to remind you that, your life's pretty awesome. If you have the capability to watch me here live on Facebook, I'm counting on your life being pretty awesome. So before we get started, I want to remind you that every single broadcast I offer what I've been calling an instant affirmation, and I actually came up with a better name. I'm going to call it a positive momentum moment. So I will remind you what yesterday's was in a little bit, and I'll have a new one for you today. If you have anything going on in your life and you'd like to have a personalized affirmation made for you right here live on this broadcast, feel free to type into the comments or what's going on with you. And I will come up with a personalized affirmation that you can use for the rest of your day, your week, however long you find it useful for. So if you, like me, are a little bit new to this Facebook Live thing, you may not realize that you can actually invite your friends to watch this along with you. There should be on the left-hand side a little kind of grayed out man with a plus sign next to it. And if you click that, you can actually invite your friends to our little positivity party here. And that would be awesome. Then you guys have something to chat about later. Hi, Smith. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for joining. You might also not realize that you can follow these broadcasts to make sure that you receive a notification that they're happening. And all you have to do is press the little follow button. If you're watching afterwards, once this has been archived, I believe that if you just click on the little sort of downward arrow that gives you a menu, you'll be able to click follow broadcast or something similar to that. So thank you all for showing up here on this Wednesday. This has been one of those days where nothing has gone according to plan, but I've been really proud of myself for keeping a positive attitude. So as you know, the last couple days I haven't been feeling well. I had a little bit of a cold, and man, I kicked that cold's butt. It is gone. I still have a little bit of, sinus congestion, but it's minimal. I feel back to having all my energy. So in 2 days, I kicked that cold to the curb. So very happy about that. Very excited about that. And you might notice that the set behind me is a little bit different today. I was on a walk with my best friend Amber this morning, and she said, you look so beautiful, but that sterile background behind you is, it's a little too sterile. It's not you. You're very friendly and personable. And so I thought, well, I have this great fireplace in my condo. Maybe I could do a little fireside chat sort of theme. But then I found that I didn't have a chair that was quite the right height. So I'm actually sitting on the ground right now next to my fireplace. Some of you may know that I used to be a yoga teacher, so I'm actually really comfortable on the ground. So maybe I'll go buy a chair that's the right height. Maybe I'll just continue to sit on the floor next to my fireplace, which is a much more natural place for me to be anyways. Hi, Tammy. That's my mom. She's here. Thank you for coming. Thanks for watching. Hi, Kim. It's good to see you too. And yes, I am so glad to be feeling better. Thank you for your well wishes. I honestly think that all of you wishing me well and wishing me good health had a lot to do with the fact that I recovered miraculously in 2 days. I know everybody else I've talked to who've had this crud, it's 7 to 10 days before they feel better. And me, it was a 48-hour turnaround. I feel awesome. So again, if you want to invite your friends to our little positivity party, we're going to have an affirmation a little later in the broadcast. I'm going to repeat yesterday's affirmation. I'm going to tell you my dog poop story of what happened this morning. So feel free to invite people to come and join you. And remember to hit follow if you haven't done that already so that you can keep watching these, because I'm actually going to be broadcasting at this exact same time all month long, every weekday. So you can catch me here live. If you didn't catch it, you can watch the replay. And I will also have my Danielle Daily YouTube channel available soon, so you can watch things there too. So first things first, I like to talk about what I'm loving about my life to kind of get you guys thinking about what you're loving about your life. And if there's something that you're loving about your life right now, I would love it if you would type it into the comments. It gets me so excited to see what is lighting you up and what you're celebrating. And, I found that it's not always easy for people to talk about what's going awesome in their lives. It's really easy for us to report what's not going well and to try to connect around that. But boy, is it difficult for us to talk about what's going well. So Tammy Keck says, went out for a great walk around the park this morning. Beautiful day today. I love that. It's those little things like being able to have the freedom to walk and use our legs and enjoy the beautiful weather that really can help us continue to move forward in life no matter what's going on. Focusing on those things when life is going well, it's like building your positivity muscle. You recognize this is how I stay focused on what's important to me, what matters to me in the good times, and then when maybe not the more challenging times for sure hit, you have that muscle in place. It's well developed. You have that skill. So what am I loving about my life today? Well, I'm loving that I also got to go for a walk. I got to walk with my best friend, Amber. It was wonderful. We talked about life. We talked about what's going well for us, what's working, what's not working. We came up with a title for my memoir, which I'm super excited about. I'm not ready to share it yet, but it was very, very exciting. We both got those little chill bumps or goosebumps that let you know that a big truth has just been spoken and that this was a big moment. So it was really great. I'm still drinking a little bit of water just to make sure that my voice stays okay. I feel good, but a little bit of dryness back there, so just give me one sec. All right, much better. So I am feeling really good about having licked my cold really quickly. I'm excited that I got a new Instagram account set up yesterday. Excuse me. Well, isn't this interesting? I thought I felt fine. I still feel fine, but my voice is going out on me. All right, we're gonna try to press on. If not, I will go get a throat lozenge and I'll be right back. So we'll see. So I want to tell you about the dog poop story. So this morning I got up, I got ready, I got out the door. I was looking forward to going to this networking meeting that I go to each week on Wednesday mornings. And I got stuck in this horrible, horrible traffic. And I spent 50 minutes trying to go basically 2 miles. So I completely missed my networking meeting, but I was so proud of myself because as I was sitting in my car, I was looking at the beautiful fall flowers that are on the side of the road. I was focusing on listening to the music that was on the radio that I was liking. I was thinking about that I was going to walk with my friend afterwards. And I wasn't really focused on the traffic or the fact that I was missing the networking meeting I wanted to go to. I managed to keep my focus on all the positive things about my day. So I felt really proud of myself because it's taken me a long time to get to that place where yes, I recognize that things are not going the way that I'd planned or things are maybe not all peaches and cream, but I don't have to focus there. I get to choose where I focus my attention. Hi, Mike. Hi, Eric. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for being here. I'm having a little trouble with my voice, but I'm trying to press on, and if I disappear for a second, it just means that I went to get a throat lozenge, and I'll be right back. So I'm loving all those things about my life. And since I missed my networking meeting, I went to meet my friend to walk. And right before that, I just had that fleeting thought of, I wonder if this is going to be one of those days where things just don't really go the way I'd planned. I know, and I didn't really dwell on it. But then when we went to the park to do our walk, I had some bottles and papers on my front seat that I needed to dispose of, and there was a garbage can right there. And because we're walking, I want to have as few things that I'm carrying as possible. I take my electronic car key off the key ring, and I'm holding it along with these papers and bottles. And I walk over to the trash can, and I throw away my car key. Yeah, I threw it away in this garbage can that was mostly full of bags of dog poop. So I look in this can and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are bags of dog poop. What am I going to do? And then along with that, there is the largest daddy long leg spider I have ever seen. And there's a guy walking around the park, and I think, oh my gosh, I have to go digging through this garbage to get my key because there's no way I can leave otherwise. And so I kind of wait for the guy to walk away, and I take the garbage and I start pulling out bags of dog poop, looking for my key and trying to avoid this huge daddy long leg spider. And I realize that he's walking back towards me. He's probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining. It's good to see you. So I've been caught by this strange man digging through a garbage can he has no reason to know why, but I know I'm looking for my car key. So I turn to him and I say, just to let you know, I accidentally dropped my car key in here. And he has this British accent, and he looks at me funny and he goes, I can see why you'd feel the need to tell a stranger why you're digging through the trash like that. And I said, yeah, it's completely disgusting in here. It's mostly bags of dog poop. There's a huge spider in here. But man, is this going to make a great story. As gross as it was, as much as I really did not want to be literally up to my elbows in Poopville, as Mike would call it, I kept a good attitude about it, and I knew that I would laugh about it, that you guys would laugh about it. And that's just, one of the things about having a positive focus in life. It really serves you, because even when I have all these little happy laughing faces going across my screen right now, so it's really fun for me. But even when life sort of takes a turn for the worst or goes in we'll say a shitty direction, you can keep your focus on what you choose to focus on. And so in that moment, instead of focusing on the fact that I probably had dog poop on my hands, even if I couldn't see it, that I was going to have a great story to tell later. And that was wonderful. So I got my key. I finally got my key. It was at the very bottom, of course. I went back to my car, Purelled the heck out of my hands, made sure that when I gave my friend a hug, I did not touch her with my hands. I just gave her like this awkward arm hug, and we proceeded with our walk. And it was great. And on that walk, I ended up getting the title for my memoir, which was awesome. And then on the way home, as much as I love that I had a positive attitude and that I've cultivated that and worked for it, I'm also a human being. So on the way home, I stopped at a gas station and I bought myself a bag of Doritos because it had been a stressful morning. I had been stuck in traffic. I had had to dig through poop. And this was just what I needed. That was what I needed to make me feel good about the rest of the day. Hi, Stephanie. It's nice to see you. So that's my dog poop story. And I hope that your day got off to a better start than having your arms up to your elbows in Poopville. I really hope that the universe doesn't find a reason to have me experience that again. And you can bet your bottom dollar that next time I take my electronic key off the fob, it is going straight in my pocket, and I will probably never, ever, ever throw away anything in that garbage can at that park ever again. So Tammy says, everybody needs a great dog poop story to share. Well, now I have mine, thank you. So every single day when you tune in here, what you can expect is positivity, no matter what's going on, as well as what I'm calling a positive momentum moment. So yesterday, the affirmation that I gave out was, even when things go astray, they're always going my way. And it was funny because Amber thought it was quite hilarious that I had given that affirmation yesterday, and my entire morning went astray this morning, and yet things were still going my way. It still turned out well. I still got to spend time with my friend. I was still in a good mood. I got the title for my memoir, which was just, when you get something like that, it's an anchor that really makes everything in your world feel a whole lot better. So let me just look at the comments here. Eric says, I have heard about these little poop factory creatures. Yeah, there's another great story there that maybe I'll tell you guys sometimes. Eric has a great sense of humor. I really enjoy him. All right, so I do have today's affirmation, but I'm curious, how your morning is going, and I'm always curious where exactly you're watching from. I know that I have friends all over the country, and maybe people in other parts of the world are watching too. I'm thinking my friends in Australia are probably sleeping right now, so they're probably not watching, but I'm curious if you could write in the comments where you're watching from in the world. That would be awesome, because although I'm doing these at 2 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, every weekday throughout the month of October, I recognize that maybe that's not the very best time. And so I'm kind of trying to figure out where you guys are at so that I can choose a time that works better for you, and so we can really connect here live. Hi, Annie. It's nice to see you. I bet you're in some kind of amazing yoga pose right now while you're watching. Okay. Yeah, so again, yesterday's affirmation was, even when things go astray, they're always going my way. Write it down, put it on a Post-it note somewhere. Hi, Kathy. Yes, Kathy's in Denver. Michael is in Texas, and he's smiling. I love that. Hi, Annie. And I believe she's here in Virginia, unless she is traveling right now. So keep typing into the comments, even if it's after the broadcast has completed. I would love to have that information so that I can adjust the broadcast time so that you guys can join me, because I love connecting with you. This is like my little extended family. Eric's in Reston, and he is a huge supporter of the Washington Nationals. Big baseball fan right there. All right, so today's affirmation, you may want to get out a piece of paper so that you can write it down, so you can post this in your car maybe this morning. I probably would have had my own little laugh without Amber having to point out to me how funny it was, the affirmation I gave yesterday. You might also decide to put it on your window, or not your window, your mirror in your bathroom or by your door, so that on the way out you get to see that. Amber's watching. That's my best friend. We walked this morning. She was there for the dog poop story. She was there when I got the title for my memoir. Love that woman. She's really brought a lot to my life. I hope that each of you has a best friend like that, who is just always there to support you and always there to reflect back to you how amazing you are, even when you have those moments where things are not going well. I have more little laughy faces going across the screen right now, and hearts. Oh my goodness, I love that. All right, so today's positive momentum moment, which I am playing with that title. Let me know if you like that idea. I'd love to do hashtag PMM if you use it somewhere. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to read it to you. It's okay for me to love my life out loud. I'm going to say it again. It's okay for me to love my life out loud. You know, I've really found that I have a really good time sharing with you what it is I'm loving about my life. And I have this wonderful group of fierce overachieving women that I have collected, and we have our own private Facebook group. And one of the challenges I laid down for them was to let people see them winning. And it was really challenging, very difficult for people to allow others to see them winning and to see them loving their life. So I want you guys to go out and start practicing in the world, loving your life out loud, like letting people know what it is you love about life, what's going well for you, what you love about yourself, all the little things that you're appreciating about life. It's really interesting how it's so easy for us to talk about our stories, like the dog poop story and how things didn't go well and I ended up in traffic. But maybe it's not so easy to talk about, amazing things that happen, like feeling brilliant because you came up with a great title for a memoir, or feeling proud of yourself because you managed to keep a good attitude while in traffic or when things didn't go your way. So write that down. It's okay for me to love my life out loud. And start practicing it. And I encourage you to practice it here. Start bringing the little things you're loving about your life. Like maybe you made a plate of brownies and everybody loved them and they were awesome. Or maybe you did a new yoga pose for the first time. Or maybe you just looked in the mirror and you thought, I've really come far and I'm so proud of myself. And I want to encourage you to focus on that in your life and to bring that here and to share it here. I will celebrate with you. Anybody who's connected with me will celebrate with you. Everybody who is in my community is all about empowering others, about enjoying life, about positivity. Hi, Lisa. It's nice to see you. So if you don't have people in your immediate life that you can celebrate your wins with, people that you can talk about what you're loving about life because they tell you things like, well, that's not real, or anything like that, that's just wrong thinking. It's so funny. So one of the things I like to say is that the awful does not outweigh the awesome. And I think we often get caught up in that idea that if we're not sharing what isn't going well in our life, that somehow we're not being truthful. But why does the awful get to have greater weight than what's awesome? That just does not make sense to me at all. It looks like Eric is excited to be able to share his love of the Nationals and Virginia Tech. Yes, we will celebrate the Nationals and Virginia Tech, but Eric, just know I have plenty of UVA fans as well around, so you're going to have to be willing to celebrate them too. So it's really neat. The broadcast is telling me this is my most commented on live video yet, and that's really exciting for me. I mean, the fact that you're taking any time out of your day to watch me, it's just like a little bit misty-eyed. I love that. I love that I get to connect with you here, that you guys are interacting with me. And Eric says that's a deal breaker. He's not going to celebrate UVA, so we may not be hearing about the Nationals and Virginia Tech on future celebrations. But give some thought to what I said about, how easy it is to let the awful outweigh the awesome, and give some thought to working with the positive momentum moment idea that I gave of it's okay for me to love my life out loud. And like I said, if you can't find people in your day-to-day life that you can practice that with, please practice it here. Please feel free to post on my timeline what you're excited about and what's awesome. I will reply to you. And I guess I will see you tomorrow. I'm about to sign off here, but remember, I will be here at the exact same time tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 Pacific. If you're in those in-between states, you can do your own math because I'm not really great at math. I'll be here every weekday, so 2 more broadcasts this week, and then Monday through Friday next week, all throughout the month of October. Ooh, Kathy's leaving a comment. Let's see. My daughter and I went to Luke's Diner today from the Gilmore Girls this morning at a local coffee shop chosen by Netflix. Then breakfast because I can, and I'll work later. Joys of being an entrepreneur. I love that. That is awesome. And Mike is wishing me a full recovery. Thank you. Yeah, there was that little awkward moment where I wasn't sure if I was going to have to run off camera for a second and get a throat lozenge, but it all turned out okay. Things don't always go perfectly, but we keep going, do what we can do, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for another edition of the Danielle Daily. Take care. Bye.